All right, so you want to know about this whole faceless YouTube thing?
Mm,
We're diving into this YouTube video I found.
okay.
It's called I Copied a $100 Month Channel Using AI and It Went Viral.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's from this channel called Money Degree.
Okay.
And basically the whole thing is about this formula for going viral and making bank on YouTube without ever showing your face.
So like a completely anonymous channel.
Pretty much. Sounds kind of tempting, right? I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Well, it definitely plays into that whole desire for anonymity online.
Right, like less risk.
Yeah, exactly. Less risk, and we are seeing it everywhere these days.
Oh, totally. Like podcasts.
Yeah, podcasts, social media blogs, like everywhere.
Like everyone wants to be a creator, but not everyone wants to put themselves out there, you know?
That's it. People want the benefits without the exposure.
Exactly. But this video is like all about how faceless YouTube is the way to make money, especially going into 2025.
Mm.
Is that for real or is it just clickbait?
I mean, there's some truth to it.
Okay.
It's not all smoke and mirrors. There are definite advantages.
Like what?
Well, for one, it's way more accessible. Like if you're camera shy or don't have the equipment.
Yeah, that makes sense because not everyone has like a fancy camera and editing software.
Right. So suddenly anyone can be a YouTuber, theoretically.
Interesting. And what about the whole like making money part?
Well, the video really focuses on this one channel that's supposedly making $100,000 a month.
A month?
Yeah, a month.
Whoa. Okay, so what's the secret?
Well, they have like over 1 billion views.
Okay, that's a lot of views.
Yeah, and they're consistently popular, so those are good signs, but view count isn't the whole story.
What do you mean?
I mean, think of it like a business, right?
Okay.
View count is like foot traffic in a store.
Okay.
It's good, but you need other things too,
Like what?
like sponsorships,
Mm.
affiliate marketing, maybe even merch sales.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It all adds up.
Okay, so there's more to it than just views.
Right.
So the copycat method they talk about, is it literally just copying everything?
Well, it's mimicking this successful channel, yeah.
Mm,
It's interesting from a psychology standpoint, though. We follow what works.
true.
So you're kind of learning from the best, right? Adapting a proven formula.
But isn't that a bit unoriginal?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, where's the creativity?
The video dances around that a bit.
Hmm.
It emphasizes putting your own spin on things avoiding plagiarism.
Okay, so walk me through it. Where do you even start?
Well, step one is creating the channel itself, and they suggest using ChatGPT.
For the name and stuff?
Yeah, for names, descriptions, even the logo.
Wait, AI can make a logo now?
Apparently, yeah.
Wild. So you just lose that personal touch then?
It's a trade-off, right? AI is efficient, but it might lack that human spark.
Yeah, like a custom-made suit versus something off the rack.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've got your AI-powered channel. What's next?
Content creation, and guess what?
More AI.
More AI. They recommend this tool called Tactic to pull scripts from successful videos.
Really?
Yeah, and then you use ChatGPT to modify them for your own channel.
Isn't that a bit close to copying? Like, what about copyright?
Yeah, that's the ethical dilemma, right?
Hmm.
Just because you can do it with AI doesn't mean you should.
So how do you use these tools the right way?
Transparency and transformation.
Okay, explain.
Be upfront about using AI.
Okay.
And transform the AI's output into something unique.
Don't just copy and paste.
Exactly.
Got it. So AI is a collaborator, not a crest.
Exactly. Plus, YouTube's algorithms are getting smarter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they could probably spot copied content now.
That makes sense. So it's like, why be a knockoff when you can be the real deal, right?
Exactly. And that brings up another thing about faceless YouTube. You miss out on personality.
Oh, that's true. People connect with people.
Yeah, it's those little quirks, those vulnerable moments that make you relatable.
And memorable.
Exactly. Hard to replicate when you're anonymous.
So even faceless channels need personality.
I think so. Yeah. It's about the whole experience you create.
So like the visuals, the music.
Yeah, all of it. It's your brand, even without your face.
So every detail matters.
Exactly. It's about creating a cohesive experience that reflects your style.
Okay, but that takes way more effort.
Maybe in the short term, but remember, standing out is key.
True.
The internet's overflowing with content, generic stuff gets lost.
So how do you stand out with showing your face?
Think of it like you're creating a character,
Okay.
a persona for your channel, maybe a distinct visual style or a recurring motif. It's about building a memorable brand identity.
So you're crafting a story even without being the main character visually.
Exactly. And that takes creativity, right?
Yeah, something AI can't do.
Right. AI can be a tool, but it can't replace human imagination.
This is making me rethink this whole AI thing.
Yeah,
It's powerful, but the magic happens when you combine it with human creativity.
that's the sweet spot. Use AI to amplify your strengths, but never let it overshadow your own vision.
Got it. So you got your branding, your awesome faceless persona, your content is amazing. But what about burnout?
That's a good point. The video kind of ignores that.
Yeah, like can you really just churn out content forever with AI?
It's a risk for sure. Relying too heavily on AI can make it feel mechanical.
Yeah, like you lose that personal investment.
Exactly. And then it's easy to burn out.
So how do you stay inspired when you're not seeing your audience react?
Remember your why.
My why.
Yeah, why are you doing this? What impact do you want to make? What are you passionate about?
Okay.
That's what fuels your creativity.
Makes sense. It's like remembering why you started in the first place.
Exactly. And find joy in the process. Don't just focus on the outcome.
Oh, yeah, have fun with it.
Experiment, play, take risks.
So don't play it safe.
Right. Find your own path.
Okay, so it's not just about faceless YouTube. It's about finding your own way to create.
Exactly. And that brings us to the big question. Is faceless YouTube really a sustainable and ethical path to success?
Well, we've uncovered a lot to think about.
We have.
Ethical considerations, branding challenges, staying passionate.
It's complex.
What else should we explore?
In part 2, let's look at alternative approaches to YouTube's success.
Okay.
Ones that go beyond this copycat mentality. We'll explore building genuine connections with your audience, using AI ethically and creatively, and finding your unique voice online.
That sounds awesome. Can't wait to dive into that.
Me neither.
So we talked about this whole idea of faceless YouTube and the copycat method.
Yeah, using AI to kind of replicate a successful channel.
Right. Where's the line between inspiration and just straight up copying?
That's the ethical question, isn't it?
Yeah, because the video kind of glosses over that.
It does. It talks about finding a balance, but honestly, it's a blurry line.
Yeah, and with AI doing so much, it's tempting to just let it handle everything.
Right, and then you end up with something that's not really original.
Exactly. So could you actually get in trouble for using AI to copy someone's work?
It's a gray area, but I'd say yes.
Really?
Yeah, copyright laws protect how ideas are expressed. So that includes the structure of a video, the wording, even the style.
So you could get sued for borrowing a bit too heavily from another channel.
It's possible, especially if you're not careful.
That's kind of scary. So what should creators keep in mind when using AI?
I think it comes down to transparency and transformation.
Okay, break that down for me.
Be upfront about using AI. Let your audience know how you're using it.
Okay, makes sense.
And then the key is transforming that AI output into something truly unique.
So don't just copy and paste.
Exactly. Make it your own.
Got it. So AI as a collaborator, not a replacement.
Exactly. Plus, YouTube's algorithms are getting smarter. They can probably detect unoriginal content now.
Wow, really? So trying to cheat the system might backfire?
It probably will in the long run.
Makes sense. So you're better off being original than trying to be a copycat.
Right. And that brings us to another potential issue with faceless YouTube.
What's that?
The lack of personality.
Oh, right, because people connect with people.
Exactly. It's those little quirks, those moments of vulnerability that make you relatable.
Yeah, and memorable.
Exactly. And that's hard to do when you're anonymous.
So even faceless channels need personality.
I think so, yeah. It's about creating an experience for your audience.
So like the visuals, the music, the editing style, all that.
Yeah, it all contributes to your brand, even without your face.
So every detail matters, even if it's subtle.
Exactly. It's about creating a cohesive experience that reflects your style.
That makes sense, but it sounds like a lot of work.
It might be more work up front, but it's worth it to stand out.
Yeah, because generic content gets lost in the seed of YouTube.
Exactly. You need something unique to grab people's attention.
So how do you stand out without showing your face?
I like to think of it as creating a character, a persona for your channel.
Okay.
So maybe you have a specific visual style or a recurring theme. It's about creating a memorable brand identity, even without a face.
Like you're telling a story, but you're not the one on screen.
Exactly. And that's where human creativity comes in.
Right, because AI can't do that for you.
It can't replace that spark of imagination and intuition.
This is making me realize that AI is a tool. A powerful tool, but it can't replace the human element.
Exactly. It's about combining AI with your own creativity.
Use it to enhance your ideas, not replace them.
Exactly. Find that sweet spot.
Okay, so you've nailed the branding, you've got this awesome faceless persona, and your content is top-notch. What about burnout?
Ah, yes, the video doesn't really address that, does it?
Nope. Like, can you really just keep churning out content forever with AI?
I think it's a real risk, especially if you rely on it too much.
Yeah, it could start to feel mechanical.
Right, you lose that personal investment.
Exactly, and then you burn out. So how do you stay inspired, especially when you don't see your audience reacting?
I think it comes back to remembering your why.
My why.
Yeah, why are you creating this content? What impact do you want to make? What are you passionate about?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Tap into that passion. That's what keeps you going.
It's like remembering why you started in the first place.
Exactly. And don't forget to have fun with it.
Oh, yeah, have fun.
Experiment, try new things, don't be afraid to take risks.
So it's not just about following the formula.
Right. It's about finding your own unique path.
Okay, so faceless YouTube is more than just hiding behind AI.
It is. It's about finding your own way to create and connect with an audience.
That's a really interesting way to think about it. So is faceless YouTube a sustainable and ethical path to success?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and it's something we'll explore further in part 3.
Okay, because there's clearly a lot to consider.
There is. From ethical implications to finding your own unique voice.
This has been really insightful so far.
It has.
So what else should we dive into in the next part?
Let's look at alternative approaches to YouTube success that move beyond this copycat mentality. We'll explore how to build genuine connections with your audience, how to use AI ethically and creatively, and how to ultimately find your own voice online.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Me too.
So we've talked about the copycat method and all the ethical stuff.
Right. Using AI to basically climb a successful channel.
Yeah, but what if you don't want to do that? What if you want to be original?
Well, there are tons of other ways to build a successful YouTube channel.
Okay, like what?
Ways that focus on authenticity and connecting with your audience.
So not just hiding behind AI.
Exactly. It's about finding what makes you unique and showcasing that.
That sounds way more fun than just copying someone.
It is. But it can be tough to find your own voice online.
Yeah, how do you even start?
Well, it starts with understanding your why.
My why.
Yeah, why are you creating content? What are you passionate about? What message do you want to share?
Okay.
When you're clear on your purpose, it's easier to create authentic content.
So if you're not excited about it, your audience won't be either.
Exactly. Enthusiasm is contagious.
Okay, so you've got your why, then what?
Find your niche.
My niche.
Yeah, that sweet spot where your interests and expertise meet what people are searching for.
Okay, so like if you're a history buff who loves making videos, you could make historical documentaries.
Exactly. Or if you're a coding whiz, you could do coding tutorials.
So it's about using your strengths?
Right. Find that unique angle that sets you apart.
But how do you know what people actually want to watch?
Research.
Research.
Yeah, look at YouTube search trends, see what's popular.
Okay.
Check out the comments on videos in your niche, see what people are saying.
So you're gathering data to figure out what your audience wants.
Exactly. It's about being strategic.
Makes sense. Okay, so you know your niche and your audience. Now, how do you make engaging content?
This is the fun part. It's about experimenting. But here are a few tips.
Okay, I'm listening.
First, focus on storytelling.
Storytelling, even without showing my face.
Yeah. You can still create a narrative, build suspense, keep people hooked.
Like I'm writing a mini movie.
Exactly. Think about pacing, character development, plot twists. Make people care about what they're watching.
So don't just make a boring slideshow.
Right. And visuals are important too.
Even if I'm not on camera.
Yeah, you can use animation, stock footage, screen recordings, even text and graphics.
So get creative with what you have.
Exactly. And don't forget about sound.
Sound.
Yeah, music sound effects. A good voiceover can make a huge difference.
Oh yeah, music can totally set the mood.
Exactly. And your voiceover is like the narrator of your story.
Okay, this is all making sense, but how do people actually find my videos?
Good question. That's where SEO and promotion come in.
SEO, that's search engine optimization, right?
Yep. It's about optimizing your titles, descriptions, and tags so people can find your videos in search.
So use keywords that people are searching for.
Exactly. And don't forget to promote your videos too.
Like on social media.
Yeah, share them on social media. Engage with other creators. Join online communities.
So get your content out there.
Exactly. Be your own hype person.
And what about collaborations?
Collaborations are great. It's a way to reach new audiences and learn from others.
You're building a community.
Exactly. And community is so important, especially for faceless creators.
Right, because you don't have that face-to-face interaction.
So you have to find other ways to connect.
Like what?
Engage with your viewers in the comments, respond to messages, maybe host Q&A sessions.
Okay, so make people feel welcome and heard.
Exactly. And remember, building a YouTube channel takes time.
Yeah, it's not an overnight success thing.
It's not. It takes consistency, persistence, and a willingness to learn and adapt.
So it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. And the most important thing is to stay true to yourself.
Don't try to be someone you're not.
Right. Don't chase trends. Don't sacrifice your authenticity for views.
That's really good advice. So find your own rhythm and create content you're proud of.
Exactly. And remember, there's room for everyone on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
Whether you're just starting out or you've been doing this for years, there's an audience out there for you.
This has been such an insightful deep dive. I feel like I have a much better understanding of faceless YouTube now.
Me too. It's been a great conversation.
So what's the biggest takeaway? What should people remember?
Don't be afraid to experiment. Take risks, break the mold. The online world is constantly changing, so find what works for you and have fun.
That's awesome advice. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into faceless YouTube.
It's been a pleasure.
And to everyone listening, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time for another deep dive into the world of online content creation. Until then, keep creating, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries.